Good morning, YouTube. Alright, this part of the video is the restoration begins on the plastics. So as normal, what I do is soak them for several days, the front fascias and the knobs, just to get them all nice and supple, because we need to separate that front faceplate from the plastics. It's just a concoction, as discussed previously in previous videos, of ammonia-based cleaner, degreaser in a dishwashing liquid. I put quite a bit of that in there, and just let it soak for days. And you can see that most of the years of built up of grime, it comes off on its own. Alright, I'm just going to run over that with the toothbrush, clean it, take it out and try to separate. Okay, all cleaned up, and as suspected, all the grime's come off. This is a bit like sending a car off to a, the sandblasters, I suppose, taking the paint off. So what we've got here is we've got the bare bones of what we're looking at. So we now can see all the damage, what needs to be repaired, and we can see the inside, it's all clean, and that's our starting point. All of the knobs have been done and we see what we're up against. Alright, so the plan of action today, because I need to get the faceplate restored, that's metal, so I've got to separate the plastic screen, which we're going to sand and get out all imperfections of that screen. We're going to remove the AM modulation light, and we're going to start the ball rolling. Alright, to remove the plastic display, there are two holes here. I use the round tuning tool, and I push through the hole. Just rotate backwards and forwards. I don't push on the screen, and just put enough pressure and there we go. All right, and I'm going to do the same for the front fascia. Okay, now you need to be very careful on trying to remove the front fascia. You will put dents and marks in it if you put too much pressure. This particular one's holding onto the glue really hard. So what I did was I pushed down on the modulation light, and I was able to pry that side up. So I'm just going to now insert the tool and gradually work around here to remove the face. Okay, so getting progress here. I found that using the knife with the blade pointed towards you, don't put it towards the tool, and then just gradually twisting, and it's releasing the glue. Alright, this was a bit of a hard one. Alright, what I ended up doing was getting the flat blade. It was actually from a condiments box, sliding it underneath of it, because if you start putting small implements underneath, you're going to damage the fascia, and just gradually worked to break the glue all the way along, got to here, twisted, and it popped up. So there you go. I'll just flatten this out. Alright, so we're gradually getting there, we're getting it flat again. What I do is, this is one of the reasons I lay a towel down. When you look at it, you can see a bit of waviness going on there, and a bit there as well. The goal here is to get this as flat as possible. Okay, so what we do is all the high spots, we put it on the flat surface and we push down in a line. Okay, like that. There's a high spot there. So we're just pushing down on that. And it will gradually go the other way. Then we come over here and we can see the line, and we push on the high spot on this side. And then gradually the faceplate will get flat. Okay, after about 15 minutes just working on this, we've got it pretty much flat. I'm happy with that. Now, just to give you some, like anything, it's a matter of trial and error, and we're trying to rely on the aluminium and get it back to the original shape. So I resorted to what you do on basic metalworking, and that is putting onto a soft hard surface something that you know is flat. It's got to be perfectly flat, and then I use another square bit of material, just that this is timber, and then gradually working the high areas down and working it across. I actually sanded down the glue so that there was no high spots. If you leave the glue there and the high spots, when you are doing this, it will actually replicate. You'll damage the whole cosmetic part of the front face. It will actually come through, and you'll see the shape of the glue from behind. So it's a very important note to sand adhesive down to the metal, and then it's just a matter of working the high spots down and then doing long strokes across the face, and you'll gradually get it flat. Alright, I'm going to now package this up and send it to CAD Design in Florida, and the company will sand the surface down flat and then apply a UV resistant and cured vinyl adhesive across to the face. That will take around about, by the time the turnaround time, probably about 6 weeks, 8 weeks by the time it gets back to me. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to separate and prepare your fascias for repair work. In the meantime, the next video, I'm going to show you how we remove the paint from all the parts, and how I sand down the front display and get it back to original looking and get all the scratches out of it and years of use. All right, like and subscribe, and post any comments if you need any assistance. Thank you.